this video, I'm gonna rank the most popular side hustles in a tournament style, a Sweet 16 tournament style. This way you can decide which one you should pick or which one you should quit. And we're gonna get right into it. As you can see, this is a tournament. We got Sweet 16, then it goes to the Elite 8, then the Final 4, and then the grand finale. Also, I coded this web app. Well, I vibe coded it with Google Firebase. All right, so in round 1, we have freelance writing versus online training or coaching. Freelance writing, this could be like copywriting, like writing emails for people so they can help them sell more stuff, writing sales pages. Some copywriters will write VSLs, which are video sales letters. If you get good at that, you can make a lot of money. So I've heard of some people getting paid to tweet for other people. People are hiring ghost tweeters. Some of your favorite influencers are hiring ghost tweeters and caption writers. So this can actually pay well if you're good. And that's going up against online training or coaching. Now, to be honest, I am biased because I made my first $1 million as an online trainer. And plus I teach other people how to grow their online fitness businesses. I help over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses. So I'm biased. So just keep that in mind. Here's the thing, with online training, you have to love fitness, right? You have to love fitness. If you're going to do it, you could also train or coach people in anything. I once hired a speech coach to help me with my public speaking. If it wasn't for that speech coach, I'd have been on here like, oh, BKB, everybody, let's go. We fixed it a little bit. And freelance writing, you have to love writing for it to be successful. I'm gonna pick online training, and here's why. The main reason, copywriters are more vulnerable to AI, like taking their jobs. Now, a good copywriter is still better than AI right now, but AI is better than a regular copywriter or a mediocre copywriter. But a really good copywriter is still better, but I don't know for how long that's going to be around. I made a goddamn web app right before this that we're looking at right now in 5 minutes. You think it's not going to come for your writing? Now, here's the thing. Online training is a little more insulated. Here's why. When you're doing online training, at least the way I teach, the main thing, sure, the people can get the diet and the workouts on their own, and they can use AI for that if they want to, or tons of YouTube videos or whatever, right? In fact, I have videos on how you can use AI to get in shape. Lack of knowledge is not the reason people aren't in shape. The reason people aren't in shape is because no one's keeping them accountable. So as an online coach, the way I teach is you contact your clients every day, right? Call them if you need to make sure that they're following the program. We show them how to set things up with their own app so they can actually see their clients' progress every day. They can see if they hit their caloric goals. They can see how many reps and sets they did every day. And then they can contact them every day to make sure they did it. So they can contact them, hey man, congratulations. Or they say, yo, what the fuck happened yesterday, bitch nigga? It's the accountability, and it's gotta be from a real person. I don't think you can replicate that accountability with machines as of right now. How do I know that? I voted Democrats and I voted Republican in my life, which means I'm on both of their lists. In last election, I ignored every text message and email from both sides, and I voted for no one. That shit could not keep me accountable, but a person can keep you accountable. Being an online trainer, you're really more of an accountability coach. If you want to learn more about that, I got a free ebook in the description called the 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll really break down the business of online training. I digress. Let's keep going. The next matchup, we have dropshipping versus print on demand. Dropshipping, in layman's terms, is really about selling Chinese bullshit to old people. That's what dropshipping is. Really, you can get some shit from AliExpress, hook it up to a Shopify store that you fucking toss together, and you run ads to it. Print on demand is you come up with your own designs for t-shirts or clothing items, coffee mugs, whatever, shit of that nature. You can use companies called like Printful is one of the popular ones, and you can actually link that to your Shopify store as well. And then when people buy the product, one of these print-on-demand companies like Printful will print it and then ship it to them. So you don't have to hold any inventory, and you don't have to have much upfront costs at all. Similar to dropshipping, right? No, you're not holding any inventory, and it's not as much upfront cost. Pros and cons to each. Here's the thing. So drop shipping, it was easier, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I'd pick drop shipping, right? One of the biggest drawbacks is a lot of times it'll take like 2 weeks for the customer to get the product. So that gives you bad reviews and this leaves a bad taste in their mouth. And Meta does not like that shit. So dropshippers are always getting their accounts shut down. Some of them are getting their merchant accounts shut down because the shit takes so long. They get so many chargebacks, they lose their merchant accounts. So they have to get like weird ass foreign merchant accounts so they can accept credit cards. It can become a nightmare. Print on demand, you don't have those same problems, but it's more difficult to sell the shit, right? You got to really come up with some cool designs, and then you have to market it in a way where people want to buy it. And when you're selling clothes, like you're competing with everybody who's selling clothes, fucking Ralph Lauren. So I helped the homie Splash Man when he was 16. He was 16, he told me he wanted to make some money, and I was like mentoring him a little bit. We came up with the idea for him to do print on demand, and what he did was came up with designs of like NBA players. I don't even think this shit was legal because he's using the faces and like the likenesses of NBA players, but like in cartoon form, and he would put it on t-shirts and jerseys and shit. And he set up his print on demand Shopify, linked it to Printful, and then what he did was, this was a stroke of genius. The strategy we came up with, he started getting shout outs from like sports pages for his shit. And then he set up a Facebook strategy where he was retargeting people who either hit his page or went to his website. You know, he was like 16, making about $10,000 a month off of this. So I'm gonna go print on demand just for that reason. So I'm gonna go print on demand. It's still difficult. And you know, this was a long time ago. Next round, we have YouTube channel versus blogging or SEO niche sites, right? So basically, you guys know what a YouTube channel is, right? I believe you know what that is because you're here. What blogging or SEO niche site is, you will write about a subject and hope that you get rankings on Google SEO in order to get traffic. And then when you get traffic, then you can sell stuff on the site. Most people with sites like this, they make money from either Google ads they put on their site, or they make money from affiliate offers. And in the early 2000s, this was the move. This was the move. In fact, I had one. I had a fitness one. I've done almost everything on this list. I obviously online training. I've done dropshipping, print on demand. You're watching my YouTube channel, and I've done this too. And it's just not as easy now. And I think it's gonna be harder later because now a lot of people are searching shit with ChatGPT as opposed to searching Google for shit. And even when you search Google for shit, Google got AI mode now, right? So you can get the answers to the questions without having to go to somebody's goddamn website. Or even me, sometimes I'll land on somebody's website or some website, and I just want the information, and I'll throw that shit into Gemini. Yo, summarize this shit for me. So the person who made it, they're not gonna get any affiliate commissions off that. I'm gonna pick YouTube channel. Problem with YouTube channel though is to make a lot of money from ads, you gotta have a lot of views. Then you have to be in the right niche. Videos about different things have a different CPM. CPM determines how much money you'll make per view. And when I started, you know, fitness had one of the lowest CPMs, but this video is gonna have a higher CPM because it's about making money. Choose wisely. Now, if you want to use your YouTube channel to promote some other business you have, now you double dipping. You're promoting your business with your YouTube channel, but you also getting the ad revenue. Yeah, YouTube channel wins as superior. Affiliate marketing or creating a digital product. So affiliate marketing is basically a lot of the same stuff with the blogging SEO sites, because that's how affiliates make money. It might also be emails, building an email list, or there's like a new style of affiliate marketing now. Like, if you've been on TikTok lately, you know how that shit looks like the home shopping network now. Everybody's selling shit and telling you that if you buy one of them fucking bullshit microphones, or motherfuckers be on TikTok live on a walking pad, selling the walking pad, or all types of shit. TikTok is turning into the goddamn home shopping network. That's a new form of affiliate marketing. Or even, you know, influencers will say, hey man, here's my fucking discount code. They get a kickback off that, right? To promote it. That's affiliate marketing. There's a lot of different ways to do it, or creating your own digital product or service. So creating your own digital product is like, maybe like courses. To make either one of these work, you're best to have a big following, which is difficult. But I'm gonna go digital products because you don't necessarily need a big following. If you learn how to run ads and those ads hit, and you can make that work. DoorDash or Uber Eats versus flipping items on eBay. Y'all remember maybe it was 8 years ago, Gary Vee was trying to get everybody to go to yard sales and buy like spoons and shoestrings and sell that shit on eBay. You can make money doing it, But that was 10 years ago versus DoorDash. If somebody wanted to make some money now, if somebody was broke and they was trying to figure out how to get some money fast, join Uber Eats and DoorDash or some shit and get out there, get some money. Like you can make your own schedule. Flipping shit on eBay seems like a lot of work for not a lot of revenue. DoorDash, Uber Eats for the wins. Now we got TaskRabbit or any other kind of gig work versus selling handmade shit on Etsy. So here's the thing. If you love making homemade trinkets, then Etsy is probably the move. My watch case is from Etsy. I think I got a holster from Etsy once. During the pandemic, we all had to wear masks. I bought a Gucci mask, but it was real Gucci material that someone fashioned into a mask. And I didn't feel right wearing it, and I actually gave it to Splash Man. He was walking around Toronto with that shit. I'm gonna go TaskRabbit or gig work. The thing is, man, I think it's more predictable revenue if you're fucking with TaskRabbit or something. Because we found our housekeeper off TaskRabbit. She come through, clean the whole crib. I feel like it's more predictable revenue, right? So I'm gonna go TaskRabbit on that one. TaskRabbit's people are looking for you. You gotta promote your shit on Etsy, and you gotta hope somebody wants some homemade shit from you. But TaskRabbit, people go in there looking for the person, right? So they do the marketing for you. All right, coding or no code app development versus video editing and thumbnail design. So coding, this can work really well. Now the problem is this is susceptible to AI. I built this fucking bracket builder 5 minutes before I sat down here. I used Google Firebase. Every time I want some software, instead of hiring a coder or buying some piece of software, like, cause there's businesses that sell bracket building software, right? I just fucking whip this shit up for myself. There's also video editing. We have a video editor here. But tell the people about video editing and thumbnail design. You used to do that shit freelance, right?
I mean, AI is definitely coming for that.
For video editing?
Even for video editing.
What?
But it's gonna take a while to get to that level, because right now it's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
But I mean, I don't see a reason why at some point it's not gonna be as good as humans. I don't see it impossible. Definitely it's gonna.
We got some time on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got some time. Because like most AI shit, it don't have soul, right? Like this shit doesn't have soul, this fucking app I just built. It's just some regular shit. I'm gonna go with coding. I think coding is still valuable. And I know AI is gonna replace it, but I've tried the like vibe code shit before, and the code will be broke. Come up with some code that needs to be fixed. If I was a real coder, I could fix it or improve it. I'm gonna go with coding. I think there's just way more money there. I know a guy who coded an app recently. He was in college. He dropped out of college because he coded an app. He got over $20 million of VC funding for his app. I don't know if you're getting that with video editing. Prompt engineering. So this is a real job. Like people are paying people to write prompts for them. Or high ticket sales. I'm going high ticket sales easily because the commissions is one of the only jobs I can think of. You can instantly increase your income just by increasing your skills. Without working more, you can increase your income. Get a higher close rate. With the same amount of calls, you increase your income, right? A prompt engineer would have to write twice the prompts to double his income. High ticket closers can typically set their own schedules. It has a lot of autonomy. It fits into that sweet spot between entrepreneur and employee. You have a lot of the freedom of an entrepreneur, and the money you make is not fixed, right? You can make as much money as you can actually make, right? But you don't have the same responsibilities as an entrepreneur, right? And me as an entrepreneur, I gotta handle payroll, budget, marketing, customer service, product development. Salesperson, man, he just sells this shit. All right, now we're at the second round. The Elite 8, round 1. Now that we know what everything is, it's gonna go a little faster. Online coaching versus print on demand. I think the income potential for online coaching is just way higher. I don't know anybody who's made $1 million in a year from print on demand. I ain't never met this motherfucker, but I've helped a lot of people get up to $1 million a year just as an online trainer. Now, to be honest, it's only been about 15 people, but I've helped thousands and thousands of people get to 10K a month, which is like over 6 figures a year, you know, $120,000 a year. I've helped like thousands of people do that. I ain't never seen nobody make thousands of dollars with print on demand. So online training moves on to the final 4. YouTube channel versus creating digital products. This one is tough, and they work well together because a digital product is different than coaching, right? Online training, you're actually training the person. You're not just giving them a course, right? But selling digital products, you're giving them a course, and you're like, all right, motherfucker, good luck. YouTube channel is like more work. You know, most YouTube channels don't do very well. What percentage of YouTube channels get to 1 million subscribers?
It's actually a pretty small percentage. Only about 0.006% of YouTube channels ever reach that milestone.
What percentage of YouTube channels get to 100,000 subscribers?
Reaching 100,000 subscribers is still a big deal, but it's more achievable than 1 million. Around 0.28% of channels make it to that level.
That was Gemini, not ChatGPT. Gemini got a voice in there that sounds like a black girl who went to college. I'm gonna go creating digital products because I think it's a faster way to make money. To make money just off a YouTube channel is going to be a long grind. So I'm gonna go creating digital products. DoorDash versus TaskRabbit. Ooh, it's getting spicy over here. What makes the most money? Depends on the gig, right? But Uber, you can work as much as you want. TaskRabbit, you gotta get hired. Uber, you can just turn on the app. If you're in a big city, you'll start getting some rides. This is tough. I'm gonna go Uber just because you can make more money on TaskRabbit if you have a real skill. If you do something good, Uber, any asshole, any motherfucker with a driver's license and doesn't have a criminal record can do Uber. Ooh, coding versus high ticket sales. Again, I know a fucking kid who got $20 million in VC funding from coding. This is tough. The bar is lower here, but the ceiling is higher here. The most I've seen someone make as a high ticket seller is $1 million a year. And motherfuckers have made billions coding. I think for that reason, I gotta go coding, but I still love high ticket sales. High ticket sales is probably more realistic for most of you motherfuckers, right? Because anybody can do it. But the ceiling is just way higher. But the ceiling might be too high. I'm gonna go high ticket sales just because the barrier of entry is lower, is less susceptible to AI. Final four, we got online training versus creating a digital product. Here's the thing, the average digital product sells for about $50. You may be thinking, man, I can just have people on subscription, I can create a school group or something like that. And just, the problem with that is the average retention for something like that is about 3 months. So now you're really just talking about $150, right? But online coaching has a higher retention rate. You can charge more because you're doing something custom for the person instead of just giving them a course, be like, hey, motherfucker, watch these videos, good luck. Instead, you're actually working with the person, building a program designed for them and their needs, and then help keeping them accountable. We've all bought courses and haven't went through them, including me. You know what I'm saying? We all have. But if you hire a coach, it's gonna be different. You don't have to make as many sales to make money. For example, so I have different pricing structures that I teach for online training. One of them is $80 a week. You can charge them $80 a week for online training. And that's not a lot of money because you got to think the average in-person trainer charges is about $100 per session. You got to see that person twice a week. An in-person trainer is not even going to make sure you follow on the diet every day. An in-person trainer is not going to make sure you track your macros every day, right? But online training, that's the whole game. As an online trainer, we understand you can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. So $80 a week, if you keep an average of 25 clients, right, for 52 weeks, 1 year, you'll make $104,000 that year with just 25 clients. You know how many goddamn digital courses you have to make? You have to sell to make $120,000. Now, this can still work if you know how to do Facebook ads or you have a big following. If you know how to do ads and you got a big following, you can make those numbers work. The barrier entry is just way lower with online training. The ceiling is super high too. I'm going online training. I do understand there is a bias. DoorDash versus high ticket sales, I don't think this is an easy high ticket sales. Easily. And now, the battle royale. We have online training versus high ticket closing. All right. This is what we got to take into account. With high ticket sales, there's a lot of money to be made. You can have your freedom. I know more millionaires, people who became millionaires from online coaching than high ticket sales. With high ticket sales, you only get paid commission. You have to keep making sales to keep making money. But with online training, when you get a new client, if you can retain them for a good amount of time, every time you sell somebody, you get a raise. You increase your monthly income. You can get to a point where you have enough online clients where you don't even have to make new sales, right? You can just focus on your clients. And a lot of my students do that. They get to a point where they're making $100K a year and they be like, hey, I think I'm good here. And they only have to spend like 4 hours a day to handle all their clients. If that, 2 to 4 hours a day once they're at that point, and they can just chill, man. I got students who are like digital nomads, they live somewhere else. However, I take sales every month. You don't know how much money you're gonna make, right? You gotta get the sales. It's dependent on the company you're working for. The ball's not necessarily in your court 100%. You're not doing the marketing, so you gotta hope that they have good marketing. You gotta hope they have a good service, right? So you refunds, because if they get a refund, you get your commission taken away. A lot of it's not in your court. But online training, it's your own business. You're in charge. You can do everything. Now that might be a con to some people. And just at the end of the day, I know more people who are millionaires from online training than I do from high ticket sales. And now there's a bias in that because I help people grow online. I'm around more online trainers. Like I got 15,000 people who I've taught to be online trainers. And a lot of other people who teach this, a lot of them learned from me. I was one of the first people to do this shit, like back in 09. 2010, we had to invent it back then. So I'm picking online training as the winner for those reasons. But high ticket clothing is a close second. All right. If you want to learn more about online training, I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training, and it'll show you exactly how to build this business. And you might go through the ebook and be like, yo, this is not even for me. Or you might be like, man, this is perfect for me. You can download it for free. The link's in the description. Let's get it.